I've been with the Walt Disney Company, I shouldn't tell you this, but for almost 42 years now. And I started drawing when I was 2 years old. So I've seen a lot of mice under my pencil. But we're going to have a lot of fun giving you some mice under your pencil because we're very privileged to have my friend Pong, who is from Walt Disney Television Animation in Florida. He's one of the artists behind the Mickey and Minnie Mouse cartoons that you've been enjoying in the new style on Disney Channel, and of course, the stylized new attraction, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. So we're going to be teaching you how to sketch Mickey in that specific style. Now, if we could ask you, everybody turn your paper so that it's vertical, the long way. That way you'll have enough room. Also, if you'd like to film or take pictures, as long as my hair is good, you are totally fine and able to film the screen or either of us. Okay, and last but not least, who has noticed that their pencil does not have an eraser on it? And who is traumatized? No, don't be traumatized. We want you to not be worrying about editing. We want you to just draw. Draw lightly, press harder when you think the line is really good. This is just a learning exercise. It won't look perfect, but given these tools, you'll be able later to make a perfect one. And Pong, how many years have you been with television animation?
I've been with television animation for 16 years.
So he's seen a few mice as well. And where do you usually start when you start your mouse?
I start by drawing a circle.
Okay.
A circle.
If we say it's the circle of life, right? That's where we start. So everyone draw your circles and follow along with what Pong will show.
It's gonna be like almost 3 inches in diameter.
But again, you don't have to draw it perfectly. Just kind of keep moving your pencil a little bit until somewhere in there, there's a good circle.
That looks like a circle.
Just like, and directly underneath that circle, it's like about a centimeter below. I'm gonna draw 2/3, like an oval, the shape.
And not as broad as your circle. This will be a little smaller oval.
We just play around with shapes right now.
Everything is geometric when it comes down to it in art.
Okay, mind this space over here and here. I'm gonna just drag it and take it here, and that's gonna be the base where the feet play. Got it? I'm gonna make a midline over here.
That's the key line there. That's like his spine. And that will be the line that bears all of his weight and also divides the figure into 2 equal halves.
And on just this point, about a centimeter this way, this is gonna, where my feet is gonna be, and it's gonna be as wide as Mickey's head. It's gonna be shaped like a flattened bean or something like that.
And again, that foot attached to that center line is where all of Mickey's weight will be. There's a principle called squash and stretch in animation. So you're squashing the foot because that's where all his weight is.
Then we're gonna put another bean shape over here. Just follow along, not placing it.
Kind of looks like a human ear in a way, doesn't it, Pong?
Yeah. Exactly. And let's put a slice over here just to put the, what do you call this, like that detail for the pants. Why not? Let's complete the pants. Let's just put 2 buttons there. And I like putting drop shadows over here.
Yeah, it shows. Move your line shows that you're comfortable with that.
And right beside that pants or shorts, I'm gonna put circle here. And an oval on top. And right over here, just gonna put like a floating circle right here.
But it's the same size circle as the one on the side of the shorts.
And an oval again. to. And we're gonna build his torso right now. The two curves, like so.
What's very important with the torso is that it does not fill the belt line of his shorts. It's actually sitting in the shorts like sitting inside of a little cup. And this is a stylized difference that's very extreme for this special way of drawing Mickey.
Now we're gonna, the legs are gonna sprout out this area, connect to the feet, like so.
Again, everything is very curved. No lines are really straight.
And we're gonna connect this to this foot right now, curve like this. It opens up when it connects to the feet. There you go. Okay, let's add detail to the shoe. Let's put this collar. Is that what we call it?
Yeah, shoe collar, I think, is the new term we created today.
And this bump over here, I'm deciding to like squish it a little bit like here.
Again, that shows that that's the foot bearing all the weight.
And that's the detail for the heel. There you go. See that? And I'm going to do this curve. Put some more shoe detail there. Let's just complete the shoe by doing this. There you go. And the collar here.
We've got several people with us here, Pong, who actually do draw. So you can tell the way that they make their lines is very comfortable.
Then we're going to draw the heel for the shoe. The two parallel lines, one offset a little bit, like so. We're going to bridge them like that. And I'm going to draw a U that's like kind of skewed.
Like a horseshoe. So we get a little dimension there because that foot is moving forward in space as opposed to just staying put like the support foot is.
To complete the sole, I'm just going to do two curved lines like this. There we go. It'll convey the thickness of that padding. And you'll just commit to that bulbous like tip of the shoe over here. Now let's move on to the pants with one swooping curve shape like so. There you go. You got your pants. Let's draw the arms right now. And we're going to do some swooping curves like this.
That part I like the most. Again, in this highly stylized version of Mickey, the arms and things don't have a lot of physical bone structure, so to speak. So you can just go whoosh. And that almost looks like a ski trail, doesn't it, coming in from the distance? So very free and swoopy. Swoopy is a technical art term.
Now let's add detail to the hands. Start with the pinky over here. It's like a banana or a sausage. The middle finger and the index finger, like so.
famous 3 stripes, which he's carried pretty much through his whole career in all iterations.
There you go. And let's draw the palm of the hand over here. Moving on to his hand.
And 3 lines.
How are you doing? You good? Now let's draw the thinking here.
This is where everyone is very grateful that Mickey only has 4 fingers, so there's one less to deal with. But also, that was something, Byworks and Walt Disney way back in the Steamboat Willie days decided, what does that finger really do, that little finger, unless you're having tea, in Britain or something. You really don't need it. So it streamlines the characters, makes them look a little more graceful, and again, artists rejoice, less to deal with.
And the thumb. Now for the fun part, let's move on to Mickey's face. We're gonna draw a arc slightly below the middle, like so. And right there on that construction line that we just did, it's gonna be a small arc like this. And right underneath that is the nose.
And the top is the bridge of his nose, as if he were wearing spectacles. That's where they would be sitting.
And right above that faint arc that we made, gonna be Mickey's smile creases. What do you call them?
Just smile lines.
Smile
Yeah,
lines.
because they
yeah.
represent where his smile is actually pushing into his cheeks. A little bit of implied dimension there.
And I put a tick mark here just to signify where my lower lip is gonna, merge.
This is again where that symmetricality comes into play. You have one half of his smile, the other half of his smile, and they're completely balanced on either side of that central construction line.
Try your best to bridge it. And then we're gonna make Mickey like really laughing, so gonna put like a narrow arc here, and it's gonna tangent and connect to the. We're gonna make it as wide as possible and make it touch the bottom of this.
So it looks kind of like a crescent moon there on its side.
Crescent circle. We're gonna draw the lower lip.
And that's the only part that actually protrudes out of our original circle, is that lower lip contouring below. Right like that. The other side.
Then we'll proceed drawing the cheeks. It's gonna be symmetrical. Maybe it that way. There you go.
You go all the way out to your original circle's edge.
Almost forgot. Let's not forget the
Oh,
tongue.
yes. Back to the mouth there.
2 heels like this.
Or an M for Mickey.
And then the cow. All of these are arcs. Just like I'm mimicking the other side.
Those 2 areas on the sides almost look like the sails of sailboats sailing in opposite directions. Nice, gracefully arcing triangles.
And little feet. And we're gonna draw eyes, and I'm gonna tilt them this way. And they're like 2 elongated ovals.
And the slight tilt makes them look a little bit more playful than if they were just dead on straight up and down.
And for the style, we have put pie cuts.
And this is very important because the Mickey and Minnie cartoons on Disney Channel, and of course subsequently the Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway attraction, this is the first time in which those eyes with the pie cuts have been used in motion. Heretofore, they've never been animated. They've only been in book illustrations and still images. So this is a big innovation for all of us mouse stylists.
Okay, so last but not least, ears. It's like almost half or the radius of the circle, the very first circle in Mickey. So, and they're shaped like guitar picks. Looks like so.
We decided they look kind of like guitar picks more than actual circles, didn't we say that?
Yep.
So there's a little, the narrowest point is where they actually attach to his head.
That's crazy. You did good.
And
That's
then
beautiful.
just have to darken the black spots.
Next time his hand just a little bigger. No, very good. Everything's in the right place.
And of course, yes, you can color in all the dark parts at your discretion, but pretty much that's it. And who here is now confident that they can assume their new role as a Disney artist? Raise your hand, let's see. Oh, you guys. No, actually, you did do very, very well, and this was not meant to be something glamorous. It was meant to be a teaching illustration so that you can take these home now and you can remember the steps that you did, one after another. And the more you do it, just like learning your piano scales, the better you'll get. I mean, Pong, your first drawing
Cute.
wasn't the one of your dreams, was it?
Yeah.
No?
This is like, I don't know, it's the nth time I've done this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I say, a little bit of pencil mileage will really serve you well, but keep it up. And just be glad that you're not animating in 1928, the year Mickey was born. Because at that time, you know how many of these drawings you'd have to do for 1 second on the movie screen? 24. So imagine 24 drawings per second based on film projection rate. So we call that job security in animation. And
Don't
It's-
forget to sign.
yes, that's right. Do not forget to sign your work, because that is how, when it's in the museum later on in life, we will all know who did it. But please, please, be proud of the drawing you've done, because there's an awful lot to this, especially doing Mickey head to toe. So I want to thank you for being such wonderful, willing participants. Thank Pong for his wonderful instruction, and I hope that you have a terrific day with us here at Walt Disney World, and of course, aboard Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Thank you so much, everyone. And if you